오가테고 오붓길이다 구왕가 이조조 수비라 무길이다 지적구하고 에체건배와 외치투길이라 지모메레메메 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 에체건배와 외치투길이라 지모메레메메 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 에수비 Listen to it 나의 애체공대와 외치자 지방 우지와 놀라무 노래쳐 vamos con subirá 오가테고 오붓길이사 구방가 이초초 subirá 오길이사 직접 구하고 졸린길이라 시간차 웬하물리 오바무나 고아부 오바무나 고아부요 노래쳐 vamos con subiró con subirsi 오가테고 오붓길이사 구방가 이초초 subirá 먹길이사 진짜 구바고 에체건배와 외치투길이라 지워메레메메 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 에체건배와 외치투길이라 지워메레메메 지워메레메메 에체건배와 외치투길이라 지워메레메메 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 에체건배와
I love this proper. Everyone if you do it this way to that. Reading Solomon Eze from Lakey, Lagos State. God bless you, sir. Joe and greetings. How are you? Is my sound okay? All right.
I see them bloom for me and for you.
Hajat, how you doing?
What a wonderful world. I see skies.
Just tap and share quickly. Today we're doing 7:30 to 8:30, just 1 hour. We've got some engagements at 8:30. God bless you, John.
What a wonderful world.
Tap and share. Tap the screen and share. Our masterclass is on business today.
So pretty in the sky are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies crying. I've watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Elegant boss, good evening. Oh, Solomon shared with more than 5 friends. Solomon, God bless you, sir. Nigeria. Someone is asking how serious should be with life. Gladys, how are you? Gladys, I'm well, bless you. I'm blessed, I'm well. Hey, praise God. That is Karanji. How serious should we be with life? I'm starting to lose it. Mark, I know what you're talking about, bro. I know what you're talking about. We'll talk briefly about that. Glad to be here, expectant of the goodness of the Lord. Yes, sir, bless you. Oh, that's Marvin, head honcho. Tap and share. Let's get started. We only have about 30 to 40 minutes today. All right, let's get started. So today we don't have so much time. You recently ministered to us at Epikaizo. Oh, Gladys, God bless you. You are at Epikaizo. Incredible. Somebody's from Malawi, J-Lo from Malawi. God bless you. Awesome. So our masterclass today is on how to begin and run a business. I want to just give you something to work with. This is Malik Movement. How you doing? Tap and share. Now let's quickly get started in the interest of time. Now, there's questions that some of you have been asking. I'm happy to see you again. Oh, you're also from Epikaizo. Wow, God bless you. Got lots of Epikaizo people here today. Great. Okay, so among the questions that many of you have always asked me is on how to begin and run a business, but also some of you have been asking, if I'm in the diaspora and I'm saving up my money, what do I invest in? Then there's a third question on if I'm running a 9-to-5 job, how do I balance that with a side, you call it a side hustle. Okay, so today we're looking at how to build and run a successful business. The key word here, there are 4 keywords here. Number 1, how, the how. Number 2, building. Number 3, running. Number 4, successful, because it's possible to run a business and it's not successful. So number 4, of course, we're talking about a business. Now, let's look at the concept business. What is business? Somebody says, I'm a businessman, I'm a businesswoman. What is business? Luke 19:13, Christ says, occupy till I come. And other translations say that Jesus' command was do business until I come. What is business? In essence, business has been known to be the state or the act of exchanging value for a payment, exchanging value to earn money, which translates to trading goods or services in return for money. Okay, so it's not complicated beyond that. You exchange or you trade, you exchange value, which can be a good, product, or service. Those of you that were as old as the early Aleman, in those days, our forefathers, how they conducted business was they involved themselves in barter trade. You give me a cow, I give you a goat or 3 goats. And what was important was in the measurement of the value, that if I gave you my cow and you're going to give me goats, what's the equivalent of a cow in goats? Then there was the trading in cowrie shells. Okay. But fast forward in the modern times, we've come to a place where we are exchanging goods and services in return for money or monetary gain. In one way or another, employment is also business because you are exchanging your time and your employer is giving you money in return. So being employed is as good as business. Now, allow me make an announcement. In July, we are having our very first masterclass and training, certified training in business and entrepreneurship. So all you need to do is go onto centuryinstitute.org and register. Initial registration attracts no fee. Then when you officially register to undertake the course, there are 2 courses starting in July: public speaking and effective communication, business management and entrepreneurship. Each of these ones, you go through the initial registration. When you're going to enroll, you'll only pay $10, which is about 35,000 Uganda shillings. Then the entire course is $150. That's about 500K or so. And we have international tutors. We have tutors from Sweden, England, Netherlands, Canada, only the very best. And of course, I'm one of the tutors as well. So if you're interested in learning more on business and entrepreneurship, the hotline, please, Trevor, also share the hotline that somebody can send information if they're interested. Yeah, so if you're interested in public speaking and effective communication, it's a 3-month training course. Business and entrepreneurship, 3 months as well. Registration is only $10, which is the equivalent of about 35K or 36K. Then the real course is $150. Okay. Now, building a business is not just about having a good idea. It is about solving a real problem, creating value, and consistently managing people, money, and systems. Did you hear that? Building business is not just about having a good idea. Building business is about solving a problem. Number 1, solving a problem. 2, creating value. 3, consistently managing people, money, and systems. Therefore, business calls for both leadership and management. I'll repeat it one more time. Building a business is more than just having a good idea. It is about, number 1, solving a problem. Number 2, creating value. Number 3, consistently managing people, money, and systems. Let's start with solving a problem. I always tell people that one of the easier ways to be able to understand the mystery of understanding business and exchanging value, look at the human anatomy. When you look at the eyes alone, now when you're studying the problems, my mentor always used to tell me, if you want to know how to make money, look at your neighbor, the person next to you, and you can know how to make money. 1, you look at their eyes. Eyes are going to need specs. They're going to need, what are those lenses? What are those small things they put in eyes? They are, whatever they are. Then eyes are going to need shades. Eyes sometimes fall sick. They need treatment. That's medical care. A nose needs perfumes. Trevor, they need the contacts over there again. The nose needs perfume to smell good. The mouth, dentist, you're either a dentist or you're providing chewing gum. You're manufacturing something to manage mouth odor. For the ladies, they need lip gloss, they need lipstick. We are talking about solving problems. Ears, of course, right from the ear doctors to earbuds to headphones, because ears want to listen to music. You're talking about music itself, those that are in the creatives, that's all business. Remember, you're solving a problem for human beings. I should also add human beings, although there's also businesses that solve problems for animals, but let's start with human beings. Then the human face is going to need makeup, is going to need, people love to have good skins, both men and women. You think of a product that can, yes, thank you so much, John. By the way, in the comment section, work with me here. We're dealing with the face, hair. You start a salon, barbing salon. You sell hair dye. Movit is doing quite great with hair dyes. Women, human hair, Brazilian hair pieces, all that. Think about the head alone. There's a lot of businesses on the head. Then you go to the neck. You're dealing with chains and necklaces and all sorts of things that go in a neck. Huh? We are dealing with business. I'm trying to show you how we discover problems to solve in business. Then you go to the lower body. The lower body is going to need watches. You're going to deal in watches. You're going to deal in jewelry, rings, weddings, right? You're going to deal with skincare again. Then you're going to deal with clothings, from the vest, undergarments, to shirts, to for the ladies, to bras, to all these are business ideas. To the lower part of the body, trousers, boxers, swimsuits, all these are different problems you're trying to solve. Okay? So, ask yourself today, what problem am I solving? Number two, who has the problem? Now, what problem am I solving? You're dealing with the idea that you're going to sell to the market. Number two, who has the problem? You're dealing with the target market or target audience. Who will they pay for? Why will they pay for my solution? Why should people pay for your solution? Why should people pay for your solution? And then you need to understand that the most successful businesses solve urgent problems. Urgent problems. For instance, personally, I am in the housing sector, in real estate, construction, interior designing, furniture. It's important because shelter is important. There's poor customer service. You might want to get into customer care experience consultancy. Lack of leadership skills. That's why Century Institute has launched, where we are providing training for you. Speaking of which, also, there's people who are asking me what it takes to have C-suite mentorship one-on-one. We're also going to provide that available. Starting Tuesday, all those portals will be available on the website, centuryinstitute.org, where you can book for your 30 minutes mentorship session with Dr. Edwin. You can book an hour. All those will be available. Step number two, you've got to do what we call creating a CBM. Creating a CBM. CBM is a clear business model. So when you've discovered the business that you want to run, the problem that you want to solve, the idea, you move to the CBM, which is the clear business model. Now you define what you're going to sell. When you define, you refine, you improve what you're going to sell. Number three, you decide who's going to buy it. Then how do you make money from it? It's very important that these things are made very, very clear. How are you going to make money from it? How do you deliver the product or service? Today on the page I posted on how you can start a business without a physical shop. Okay? So simple formula is this. And we're going to, those of you that will enroll on the course at the Century Institute, Business and Entrepreneurship, will understand more on this model, the CVRB. C plus V plus R equal to B. Number one, customers for C plus V for value plus R for revenue equals business. Can we say that again? So CVRB, customers plus value plus revenue equals business. And I hope that you can enroll for that course on business and entrepreneurship. It will be incredible for you. Trevor, keep running that the website and the hotline that somebody can just be able to make an inquiry if they want to be part of it's customers plus, I wish you had put plus than commas, plus value plus value plus revenue equals to business. Now, number 3, we're going to do what we call developing a BP. BP times 2. Are we in class? Are we following? Have I left anybody behind? So we're going to design what we call a BP times 2. BP times 2 is a business plan and a blueprint. BP times 2. Those of you that are taking notes, you take notes. BP times 2. This is very important. The BP times 2 is the blueprint and the business plan. Now, this will include your vision and mission, your market analysis, what we call the gapology, the study of the market gapology. We'll talk about the product and services that you're going to offer. We'll look at marketing strategy, and we're looking at operations plan, then financial projections. The plan will always either help you attract investors, partners, or for those of you that want credit lines, either with your bank or with any other partner. Okay? So I hope we're together so far. Number 4, if you have any question, you can type it in there. Number 4, of course, you register and structure the business. I always tell people registration of a business is going to be very important, because depending on how your target market and audience, it will be very important that you recognize nationally if you're going to start dealing with other registered businesses. You cannot continue it as a briefcase business. So business registration, then tax compliance is very important. You get the necessary licenses, because there are some businesses that won't do business with you unless you are compliant. Then, of course, company bank account. You open a bank account for the company, not your personal account. You don't get the business money and after selling your perfumes, you put it on your personal account. No. Then governance structure. If your business is still small and you cannot afford the structure of having and hiring a board, you can request a senior person that you know of that can act as what we call as a board advisor, someone that you're accountable to, someone that you report to, because without accountability, it's difficult to have a prognosis or diagnosis of how you're running your business, and the state of the health of your business is difficult to tell. Even small businesses need proper systems from day one. And these are things I'm telling you that I've had to learn the hard way. Are we together so far? I hope I've not left anybody. So number 5, build an SB. How do we build a strong brand? Eventually, this business that we've been planning for, we need to start pivoting into building its strength. The revenue any business is going to attract in any market segment is going to be based on how strong your brand is, how believable, how credible are you. So you need to invest in a professional logo. Number 2, consistent colors. Your brand needs to have colors, and you must pick why you're choosing those particular colors. It's very important. Number 3, websites these days are not that very expensive. Set up a website. Social media presence these days is very important. Quality customer care. Can I say a little more about this? There are many people that lose out on business because of poor customer care. Yes, we always hear about the customer is king. Some people overestimate that. Some people underplay it. But the customer care is going to be very important, because what you're trying to look for in any successful business is to develop a model for repeat customers, or customers that can be your surrogates, that can be able to encourage other customers to come on board to buy your service, or to buy your product or use your services. Your reputation is your most valuable asset. And I want to speak to those people that are having businesses, and sometimes the business is struggling. You don't feel like the business is moving forward. I'll tell you something, that during the days you think your business is not moving forward, you're not making profit, focus on continually building your brand reputation. And the problem with most Africans is that we are always building for the short term. You've got to start looking at your business in the long term. 5 years to come, 10 years to come, 15, 20, 30, 40 to 100 years to come. That means you're going to build capacity, tenacity, grit, that you're able to withstand even the storms. Number 6 is very important. You've got to understand your numbers. You've got to understand your numbers. You've got to be business is a numbers game. It's a numbers game. So it's important that you keep track of your sales, you keep track of your expenses, keep track of your profit, you keep track of your cash flow. Many businesses fail not because they lack customers, but because they run out of cash. So the golden rule is revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, cash flow is reality. Did you hear that? Revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, cash flow is reality. Please, if you have any question, type it out, because today I'm not doing a very long live. We are coming almost to the end. Number 7, we talk about mastering sales and marketing. Your SM must be at top level. It's very important. You need to know this. No sales, no business. No sales equals no business. No sales is equal to no business. And in the course in business and entrepreneurship, we'll understand that there's a significant difference between sales and marketing. Those two people always mix and confuse. There's a difference between sales and marketing. So in marketing, in sales and marketing combined together, this is where you're going to look at areas like social media marketing. Now, there's social media marketing and social media sales. The two are different. There's referrals, there's partnerships, there's networking, there's strategic advertising. Every business owner should be able to sell their vision and products. Can I also say this? If you're intending to run a business and you're an entrepreneur, every entrepreneur must be a salesperson and a marketeer. You as the CEO are the foremost. You should be the first important person that carries the sales and marketing arm of your business. Nobody should be able to even sell better than you. Even the sales team you hire, the marketing teams you're working with, you understand better your blueprint. So it's very important that you take this area very seriously. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go to step number 8, where we learn how to build systems, not dependence. Systems. The question is, many of you that run SMEs, the challenge oftentimes is, can your business survive without you? A month, 2 months, 3 months. Can your business survive without you? So it's important to learn how to structure processes, procedures, or what you call standing operating procedures, customer handling, financial controls. A business should run even when the owner is away. So you ought to plan that your business can be able to run even when you're away. And this is built over time by setting systems in place, capacity building and training the right people. And you don't have to start off with many people. You could run with 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and then the rest probably depending on the nature of business. Okay. Number 9, hiring the right people. Don't go hiring the relative first because they are cheap and affordable. Only if that person is adaptive or adaptable or ready to learn and become better. So it's very important that you hire the right people. Character, competence, commitment. Great teams build great businesses. The businesses that we build can only be as great as the kind of people that we actually bring on board. And as management expert Peter Drucker famously taught, culture often determines the long-term success. Culture. There must be a culture that you're building, and these things take time. They take time. Number 10, focus on customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. Can you tell me what actual self-realization is? Okay, let's first finish with this. Focus on customer satisfaction. Can let me tell you, oftentimes happy customers want to buy again. They want to refer others. They want to build your brand. They want to be part of you. And what most successful brands in the world have done is that they have built a family. Football as a business globally has built a family. That's why when Arsenal wins, Kampala shuts down, Kigali shuts down, Nairobi shuts down. It's a business. Football is a business. It's billions of business. If you hear about how much a player is bought, it's insane money. One player is bought $100 million. One football player. And all of us, Africa, you have 1.2 billion people all supporting different teams. It's a business. You need to get to a place where your business creates a culture that, I don't want to use the word cultic, but a culture that people embrace. They love to affiliate with. Nike, you get. I recently bought a cape in Paris at the airport, a PSG cape, but I was just trying to relate with the PSG brand. So you need to grow your brand to a level that people want to relate with you. They are proud of your brand. They want to be able to affiliate with your brand. It's very important. Number 11, innovate continually. The Japanese have had a culture for many years called Kaizen, K-I-Z-E-N. Continual improvement, continual growth. You must innovate continually. Keep improving, whether you're making the sales or not, whether you're making the profit or not. Keep improving your product, keep improving your service, keep improving your technology, keep improving your service delivery, keep improving your customer experience. Businesses often that stop innovating eventually become irrelevant. Don't ask me today where Nokia is, where Ericsson is, which brands, which are some of those phones that just collapsed and died. Anybody ever held an Ericsson, a Nokia? And that's why today the big boys, Apple and Samsung, every other year are disturbing us with the latest, and people are fascinated. Nokia, thank you. People are fascinated with every other year the new brand that's coming out. I've had a chance to be in Dubai when the latest iPhone came out, and the queue was almost 2 kilometers. Imagine you developed a brand and a product that people have to queue up to pay you money. We're talking about, somebody share the topic, Trevor, share the topic again. How to build and run a business. Motorola, thank you so much. Tell me some of those brands that you've long forgotten. And also let's talk about the brands that have lived. I'm fairly older than most of you. We have Blue Band. Seen Blue Band from the time you were a child? We've been seeing Blue Band. They used to tell us, they used to have this advert of a small boy. How many of you remember that advert? I hope I'm not old alone. Anybody type in the comment section if you ever saw that advert of Blue Band where the boy is being measured in height. Guess what? That was a psychological reverse psychology to show you that Blue Band is something you grow with. Even as you grow older, Blue Band is still part of you. Yeah, thank you, Malish. You get that? So that's what brands did. Yes, that Blue Band that started in a tin, then they went into now the plastic butter, but the butter product, the butter brand is also a brand that has lived for years and years. Movit, yes. Then there's Nice, House of Plastics, Kiwi. Remember that advert? Kiwi lasts longer, whatever the advert was. Kiwi. And then, of course, along the way, people have morphed and pivoted to other brands. When you look at Kiwi, one of the reasons people like me would stop using Kiwi was because of that stinging scent. That's why it's very important for you to constantly look at Johnson, yes. Tip Top, thank you. I think Tip Top, I don't know whether that bread is still there, but that bread, Tip Top, Yali Tip Top. Let me tell you something. I remember, some of you are going to sound very old. I remember during one of the wars in Uganda, they attacked us in Jinja, Umoja. We were in Jinja and soldiers came and attacked us. But the thing I wanted to fight for, I was a little boy. It was Tip Top in the fridge. My parents told me that I held on to that bread. Tip Top, Imperial soap. Which was that soap in Generations? How many of you watched Generations? Where are you at? If you watched Generations, there was that soap. There was that soap that they used to invite in Generations. Huh? Geisha. I have someone who's as old as I am, yeah, or close to. Geisha, Lifebuoy, thank you very much. Ditto, Geisha. We used to see that advert and it was so memorable. That Geisha up to date, you remember, Generations stopped a long time ago, but we still look out for Geisha. Geisha, that you need to build a brand that people, Mazuri equity, not all. You need to build a brand that people feel so proud. People feel so proud. Okay? Coca-Cola. Yes. Mwana mjimu. Yes. Mwana mjimu nga muchali be baby. We were still be babies. Huh? Eh? You were also in Ginger in the 80s. Yes, I was in Ginger. Carson's Imperial Leather. Yes. Thank you so much. I wear this particular brand of a watch, Cartier, because there are some brands that they carry a lifetime in them. There's one of my favorite adverts is a Patek Philippe. How many of you know a Patek Philippe watch? There's a famous advert that they put in luxurious magazines, and they say, and that's why some of you need to be very careful how you craft your adverts. So what they Tiger Head, ever-ready batteries. We used those batteries in torches. We used those batteries in radios in schools. Okay, so this Patek Philippe advertises, and this is what they say. You never own a Patek Philippe watch. You only keep it for the next generation. Ooh. Imagine that. Imagine you starting to run a business and the business culture you've built around your product is not about you. It's for the next generation. Tata Trucks, thank you so much. Chai Garden Tea. Yes, Chai Garden Tea. So Patek Philippe says, you never own a Patek Philippe watch. You only keep it for the next generation. Okay? Cool Bar. Yeah, these are brands. There's something. Please share more brands. Philips. Philips iron. That Philips ironing, flat iron. It carried us through times. Kibo and Cowboy. Treetop. Yes. Kawomeda. Patek Philippe. You got it right. Yes. Sleeping Baby. These are brands as a mother. And let me also tell you, do you see how Renzori products, Ferguson tractors? Banang. Oh, yeah, Motorola Mugenzi. Chapambalas. So your brand, when you're designing your brand, product or service, you need to be thinking about, am I selling to the fathers? Am I selling to the mothers? Am I selling to the children? You sell to the children through the parents. You attract the parents at Raibena. Thank you very much. Raibena oyo. Raibena yatubererawo nnyo mu bulwadde. Remember when you were sick, when we were kids, it was always Raibena. And that memory is kept with you up to date to the extent that you're so sentimental to Raibena. Pepsi, Sony Electronics, Luko Z. Yes. Luko Z, Safi, banange Safi. Safi also, Safi yatubererawo nnyo mu masomero. Safi was a product that gave us memory. Quencha, thank you very much. These are brands that created memories. Coca-Cola, Minute Maid, they super deep. That one which would mix in water, super deep. Some of the products you're making, I'm even, you know how you get memories, euphoric memories of these products. Bring more products. Cool bar. Glucose. Do you remember in school, in the running, football, they bring for you Reham biscuit. These are brands that created bonds. Pick Fair, Katabo, Banang. Pick Fair book. They are brands that literally have carried us. Hair Grow Gel. Yes. Butter, they talked about butter. Now, for all the budget books, Jolly Juice. But these are brands that you people are even remembering brands that Sweet Pepsi. Kakati Max Biscuit with her, that one has moved so quickly. Musana exercise books. Let me tell you something. We need to build products and services that create such memories, such sentiments. These are products that Sweet Kamotoka. Which one was that one now? Sweets like cars. They were sweets like cars. Innovativeness, Big Fair, Big Pen. Big Pen, you guys, up to date. There's someone who says don't fix it. Some wise man says don't fix it until it's broken, unless it's broken. Big has never rebranded. The Big Pen remained. Oh, Musana never did. Musana, Big, same Big Pen. Smooth Line was what now? Omo. Ha. Thank you very much, Papa Nation. Omo. Omo. All through the years, Omo is still Omo. Omo. No me. But how many years has it been? Chisumuluzo is what? Was it soap? Wava water, the green bottle. Kazide, Blue Band, Britannia biscuits, Move It, Close Up. Ha! You've talked about Close Up. Close Up. Do you know that Close Up at some point in time in some of our schools became a meal? Ngatumani, we would eat Close Up. You think Close Up is just for brushing teeth? Some of us would eat Close Up, would mix it with Blue Band and eat. Kau, do you remember Kau? Those of you that ever went through primary and high school, when Kau came in, you'd mix Close Up with Blue Band and eat. Smulzo was soap, yes. More brands, Hot Loaf, yes. Hot Loaf, just the smell of Hot Loaf, it brings memories. Kiwi Colgate, we've talked about those. And Inspire Magazine. Amakaya is what now? Tip Top. Okay. Unilever products. Unilever products also are brands that have really lived and lasted. Nisa creams. Tip Top. We talked Ntake. Ntake bread also brought problems in school. Mkwano. Yeah. Mkwano has been there. Timalia is what? Timalia. And interestingly, when you mention the name, it's sounding Butter Shoes, Neko Soap for Acne, Meat Curry, Ken Poly, Fair and Lovely. But let's go to number 12. Number 12 is scale strategically. Before you think of growing your business, Nightil, thank you. Simba Curry Powder. Oh, thank you. Now, before you scale, ensure, number one, you have consistency in profitability. Number two, you have strong systems. Number three, you have reliable teams, a stable cash flow. Grow wisely, not quickly. That's very important. In business, learn to grow wisely, not quickly. It's not about speed. It's about strategic growth. Royko, thank you so much. So the 5 pillars of business success. We're about to close today's class. Number 1, vision. Know where you're going. You have habits. How do you determine growth wisely versus stagnation? We're going to look at that. There are some of you who have habits. Kavugidewa. Kavugidewa is which brand? What is the in thing now? What is selling? You like to start businesses based on hearsay on what's working and what's not working. That is wrong. You need to do your own feasibility study. Okay? So vision, you must know where you're going. 2, leadership, inspire and direct people. People, not just your workers, but also your consumers. I haven't seen you teach for long, but for the time I watch you teach, thank you so much. Number 3, we've talked about systems. Create repeatable processes. Repeatable processes. Repeatable processes. Repeatable processes. Number 4, finance. Manage money wisely. The biggest trouble we have is playing with business money into personal needs versus business money, personal money into business, business money into personal. That is something very important. When you register for the course at Century Institute, or you contact that number that is on the screen, you'll be able to gain access to that course starting in July on business and entrepreneurship. So customers, deliver exceptional value. Always work towards delivering exceptional value to your clients. So This is how the chain flows. Oh my God, what's today's theme? You're late, we're closing. Identify a need, create a solution, build trust, generate sales, deliver excellence, scale responsibly. Now questions and we close. What's number 2? Number 2, we said leadership, inspire and direct people. How do you separate your passion and something that brings money? I always say this one thing, that some people do businesses that they may not have initially been passionate about, but let me tell you something. The thing that will keep you going is that once you identify the problem you're going to solve, you've got to fall in love with the solution that you're providing. I'll tell you something. There are times when business becomes so tough and passion is what's going to drive you. So I hear people a lot that don't consider passion. Passion doesn't bring the return on investment, but I'll tell you something. Most business people that I know of, when they entered into the business, they fell in love with the business. You've got to love the business eventually. You don't have a choice. Eventually. Number 4 and number 5. Number 5 is finance. Manage your money wisely. 5, customers. Deliver exceptional value to your customers. Okay. Number 3 was systems. Create repeatable processes. Formula. There must be a formula. If you're in manufacturing, if you're in production, it's very important that you have systems that are repeatable. Okay, any questions? We're closing. We are closing today. Number 3 and number 4. How many times do you want me to repeat? Trevor, the people have been asking. I do not know why you don't put these videos back on. Trevor. Yes, Mazuri Equity, what haven't we talked about again? Just remind me over there. Stagnation. Okay, let's talk about stagnation for a moment. Stagnating. Stagnating, without going into the Webster English Dictionary. Someone's saying Trevor. Stagnating. Stagnating is that process or that period or that particular time in a business where you feel like things are not moving, they are not working out. Projections are not projecting. You feel stuck. You feel like you're not advancing. And one of the things I've realized with what we think is stagnation, actually somehow, somewhere, oftentimes this is one of the best times to understand how best your business ought to be pivoting. Pivoting doesn't mean stuck and losing customers. Thank you. Okay, stuck and losing customers. Stagnation. Of course, stagnation, it can be stuck, losing customers, stuck and cash poor, or you've run out of cash. It can be all sorts of things. But what I always tell people is that stagnation is that place where an entrepreneur, you first of all need to have some retrospectiveness. Was I right in the first place in the business that I picked? You do a prognosis. Was I right? Was this the right product? Did I capture the right market? Where am I going wrong? Where am I going wrong? Now, there are 2-3 things that can happen. Number 1, there could be a chance that you're in the wrong business. There could be a chance that you're in the right business, targeting the wrong market. So, stagnation, there's quite so many factors around stagnation. But what I usually tell people, this is a time you ought to have this interrogation of thought, interrogation of your product, interrogation of your systems. Is it the market? Is it me? Sometimes you could feel you're stuck because the markets, because your brand or product is not good. But actually, when you look at what the markets are like, it's generally speaking that the economy is actually not doing well. Okay? Then sometimes you're dealing in a luxury product versus a needs-based product, a product that is consumed as a need. So it's important that you get the difference between the two. If it is a need and you still have a problem selling, then firstly you look at the product itself or service. Is it the right product? Is it the right service for the right market? Number 2, am I pricing right? Number 3, is the quality right? Number 4, Am I selling right? I visited a hotel yesterday. Very amazing hotel. Very beautiful hotel, but with no clients. I saw nobody there. But very good, beautiful hotel. There were no clients there. So sometimes you can have the right product, but then the selling and marketing is letting you down. The message about your business is not going to the right people or to your consumers. So it's very important. It's very important for you to be able to catch the ear of your consumers. Position yourself, position your brand, position your product right to the right customers. The right customers will always hear the right drumming of your brand. Now, let me give an example. How many of you have ever seen Rolls-Royce advert on TV? Who of you has seen a Rolls-Royce advert in a magazine? You'll find that certain products don't advertise in certain places. They don't advertise there. Private jets don't advertise on TV or magazines. Where do you find them placing their adverts? You'll find them you will find, do you know how they advertise? You go to the what are those called? Polo games. You know the polo games? Mizanyo Jabagagga. Or these what are those races in Dubai, Trevor? The races in Dubai. The races, there's something, Formula. Now you find that Formula One, yes, horses, polo, Formula One. That's where the rich are. You go to Monaco. When there's Formula One, when there's Formula One, when there's polo games, that's where you'll find the Rolls-Royce advert. That's where you'll find the private jet advert. Because now, if they advertise for your private jet on NTV, on NBS, really, how many people in Uganda can buy a private jet? So the private jet owner can't waste time with the Ugandan market. It's very important for you to know who your target market is not. Because now, how many times have you seen a Patek Philippe coming to buy airtime on Bukede TV or NTV? A Patek Philippe watch, a genuine one, is about, you're talking 12 million Uganda shillings plus. And they always believe that the person who spends high net worth level is not seated down wasting a lot of time watching what? Soaps, operas. They don't have time for Netflix. These wealthy guys don't have time for Netflix. They don't have time for Bukede. They don't have time for NTV or these things that we watch. My name is Ngende. Is there any question? Tayari TV, Telemundo. They don't have time watching Telemundo. So you've got to position right. For instance, in Uganda, if you have a product that is targeting high net worth people, you need to look out for people in terms of where do these people hang out? Where do the rich hang out? There's a word I was going to use, but get it right. Okwete gomugagga. How do you kwete your product? The thing, the tea you're selling and coffee and watch and perfume, not other businesses. Not other businesses. So what I'm saying is you need to position where, yeah, or you know, you go kwete gabagaga, but get me right. I'm not talking about you as a person. I'm talking your product and service. Watches, perfumes, tea, coffee. Yeah? But let me also tell you something. Guys, stop shying away from global markets. I wish you people can register to undertake that course on business and entrepreneurship. There's a module where we're going to be talking about global markets. Global markets. Stop being afraid of these global markets. It will shock you that someone could be stuck with their tea in the Ugandan market, and you find that you only need one contract in the UAE that can consume your tea until you can't even deliver any more tea. Abe Uganda no bagamba, sorry, we don't have any products for you. How do you attract your clientele when there's a lot of competition out there? There's something we call the blue ocean markets and red ocean markets. Again, please register and study that course starting in July on business and entrepreneurship. All these details are going to be talked about. Competition. How do you beat competition? Have an exceptional product, have an exceptional service. Do not focus on your competition. Focus on your product, focus on your service. Focus on being the very best. Introverts, how do we network? Do we need to change into being? Now, let me tell you something. These things, these character traits of I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, when it comes to business, let me tell you, you'll die of hunger when you smell introverting. You'll die of hunger introverting. Forget introverting. Now there's a course on public speaking and effective communication. Register for that course. Learn how to be confident. Please, introverting will take you to hunger and poverty for nothing. Forget those introverting. Yes, the courses are going to be online. However, for the public speaking classes, there will be 2 or 3 sessions that will be physical sessions. But the other sessions are online because the tutors are from across the world. So I'm talking to the introvert person. If you're introvert, we take our body. Learn how to communicate publicly. Because unless you've developed a system around you, I mean, there's people, for instance, I'll give you an example. Chairman Charles Mbire is an introvert. I know for a fact. So if you want to be like Mr. Charles Mbire, then what you need to do is, let me fill this kapazo and we close one eye. Kapazo kamfukidda chintu ekirala. Okay, I was feeling the kapazo. Now, the website has been typed. You see, Mr. Charles Mbire is an introvert. So unless you can be a Mr. Charles Mbire who is able to build systems of business that do not need you to shout, because some of you, the businesses you're doing, they require you to shout. Okay? But now Mr. Charles Mbire, I know some of his buildings, they already have tenants there. He doesn't have to shout for people to come and occupy. He's the chairman of MTN. I'm told his interests now have grown to continental level. He doesn't have to shout, join MTN, join MTN, join MTN. What he did is he built systems. He built systems. MTN is an empire of its own. It has people who will do the shouting, the sales, and the marketing. So Mr. Charles Mbire doesn't have to shout with you people. So it's very important. But if you're still at that level, down, still building, ngo muntu wa wansi, if you're introvert, if you take a bali, osoke oje dobo siriodi ulirwe, people to know about your business, your product and service. But eventually it helps to build systems. Build systems or sirike. Thank you very much, Rest. Build systems or sirike. But you see, by the time you get to building systems, there are stages and levels. So at this point in time where you can't afford systems, you need to come out of introversy and become extroverted, speak, network, engage. Okay. Yes, the lives usually start at 8, only that today I have some other engagements. How do I market luxury items? Manang. I think you've come in late. Luxury items. I asked you a question. How many times do you see Rolls Royce advertising on NTV? So if you have a luxury service or product, you need to know where do the rich hang. Usually Fridays like today, Saturdays, I usually go to Serena Chigo. You'll find Range Rovers parking there. But also you, I always tell people, if you want to play in the luxury game, first start with a product that will get you to the luxury game, unless you're extremely good at what you're doing. Because the luxury game, if you want to roll and bowl with those, if you want to play it at the Premier League level, you also need to have upped your game. Because you're going to go to Serena Kigo there, and you park your VTs, and you're dealing with guys parking their Range Rovers and Mercedes Benzes. There will be a bit of a challenge. So you can first of all deal with a product that is consumable, that will grow you to the level of luxury. Okay, how do you manage and stick to supply business? How do you manage and stick to supply business? I don't understand that. The next time they change that, the informers banange live zino nkola zabwerere naye amateeka gempeebwa. Anyway, yes, apologies for changing the time banange naye munsasire. Okay, so Trevor, can we find a way of getting these clips back onto the on the
on the YouTube page.
YouTube page, are they there? Okay, so Trevor is saying they're on the YouTube page. Edwin Musime, right? Dr. Edwin Musime. So they're on the YouTube page. Are the lives dated? Even right now, I'm negotiating with Trevor. I do once a month. It's once a week for now, every Friday, 8 p.m. Only that today I requested to come in at 7:30 and end at 8:30. When are you going to have the real estate session? We will communicate when we're going to have the real estate sessions. Any other question before I go, please? Go to Dr. Edwin Musime YouTube page and rewatch. Kale, Banai, God bless you. Father, we thank you for today. We pray for all business owners to receive a business mindset, to receive wisdom. We pray for those that are stuck. May your favor fall upon them. May your wisdom and strategy, divine strategy, come upon them to be able to know how to navigate through the tough times and challenges so that they can be successful and be a blessing to nations in Jesus' name. Amen. I just want to remind you finally, July, we are having the first intake of the 2 courses. One, business and entrepreneurship. If you go and register on centuryinstitute.org, or you can send a WhatsApp if you're interested, the hotline. Public speaking and effective communication, those are 2 independent